With Bitcoin rising back above $100,000 per coin for the first time in over 3 months, Moon Boys worldwide are right now asking themselves, is this about to get big? Or is it about to get mega big? So if the thought of Bitcoin going up makes something else go up, hit that like and subscribe. Get signed up to Femex below. No KYC or VPN required if you sign up using my link below. If you know, trade Bitcoin, altcoins, or just chill. And without any further ado, the price of Bitcoin today, as we've been discussing for the past few weeks, is looking pretty scrumptious, potentially even scrumdiddlyumptious. So we see the price of Bitcoin on the daily chart after just a few days ago bouncing right here off of its 21-day moving average in blue. Things are starting to get interesting. And what else do we see? Well, potentially one of the biggest things that we've been waiting and watching for. As we all know, a couple weeks ago, we got Bitcoin's RSI to have a bullish cross. And now, as of right now, we are eensy-weensy. We're so close to the tips of the MACD as well touching. And as we all know, when the tips touch, the price goes up. And they're about to touch. In fact, not only that, we look on a weekly chart for Bitcoin, we're about to shift into our very first potential green swap from red to green swap since back in October of 2024. You might be asking yourself, well, what happened in back of October of 2024? Bitcoin went from, at its lows, 50K, up to its highs, 110K roughly. About a doubling in Bitcoin's price last time we got this signal. Does that mean that Bitcoin potentially is heading to $200,000 and beyond? Let's just say, yeah, that could possibly happen. That's pretty big. So we have a few massive things I want to take a look at before we continue with the charts. Obviously, we've been watching this every single day. The money supply is predicting that Bitcoin is about to explode up to at least 150K, if not, my personal opinion, much more. I think that the real pump of this cycle, the real even short-term top of this cycle, I don't think we've seen yet. I think we have so much higher to go this cycle. The prices of altcoins have been completely destroyed, and they haven't set any sort of new all-time highs for 99% of the altcoin market. And I think that we will see a full-fledged crypto bull market. But I think by far Bitcoin is going to blow the smithereens, blow the trousers off the rest of this market. I think Bitcoin is going to perform so well. But I also am a firm believer that alts are going to do well this cycle, up until this point, of which so far they have not. But this money supply is really very much indicative of a massive move to the upside. We see Bitcoin as well pushing to new all-time highs against the S&P already. This is absolutely pretty big as well. Things are really heating up. We see US banks are getting confirmation from the regular OCC that they can buy and sell and custody Bitcoin for their customers. How do you say this is a big deal? I would even go out on a limb and say it's not even a big deal. It's a very big deal. We also see Missouri has passed bills to exempt Bitcoin from capital gains taxes. This is insane. Crazy. I believe as well, we did see 2 states actually pass Bitcoin legislation into law. I believe New Hampshire, correct me if I'm wrong in the comments, but I believe New Hampshire was the first one. I think there's another one as well. It's just absolutely insane. And we see, according to CryptoCon, there will be a lot of people who are very upset when they miss phases 4 and 5 of the Bitcoin MVRV cycle. So basically the entire bull market, which you can see here. I don't think, we've set a new all-time high, but I don't think we've put in a first cycle top or the ultimate cycle top so far of the cycle, meaning I think that we have so much more room to run. And this bull run has been very delayed. As you can look at many metrics compared to past bull markets, we're very late in terms of like Bitcoin has been underperforming, even though fundamentally this is the healthiest landscape crypto has ever had by far, not even close. Guys, we literally have like Bitcoin legislation that has just passed in the last 24 hours. Are you kidding me? 4 years ago, we were quite literally just worrying that like we were afraid that crypto would be illegal, right? That's where we were 4 years ago. We were scared. We just wanted Bitcoin to be legal. Now we're getting the opposite. We're getting like a very bullish, very positive framework for crypto in the US. This is the most bullish fundamental bull run we have ever had. And I think that's going to reflect in the technicals very shortly. I think that we're going to see the price appreciate a lot very shortly. As I've been saying for weeks, We see, obviously, Bitcoin and the stock market actually, stocks are not doing bad today. Not like crazy. They're up like 1% or so roughly. NASDAQ, S&P, Dow Jones, not like up a lot. Bitcoin is up today about 4-ish%. Some of these alts are up. I mean, look at that. Actually, ETH is even up 15%. Can you believe that? ETH has just been grounded and pounded and just punished so much over the past 2 years. I still have some ETH, but I'll be honest, I didn't know what ETH was going to do 2 years ago. I didn't know it was going to perform this badly. But nobody really did, I guess. But yeah, ETH has been such an underperformer. I don't even have percentage-wise that much ETH anymore. Not even necessarily because I sold it because I think I just got lucky. I sold some because I had to for something. But I didn't think ETH was going to perform that bad. I got a little lucky by selling a little bit, instead of choosing something else to sell. Like I didn't sell the Bitcoin at that particular date like 2 years ago. But yeah, no, ETH has been underperforming. I hope it goes up. I mean, I still have some. It's been performing so badly. A lot of these alts as well have just, as we all know, been doing very poorly. But I think that's going to change soon. The daily chart for Bitcoin looks very bullish to me. We've been swinging massively up for the past 2 months we bottomed and have been slowly swinging back up on even the daily chart. The weekly just looks phenomenal. As I've been talking about, we're about to get one of the most bullish, reliable momentum oscillator crosses on the MACD, just like we got the RSI. Things have been looking really good since then. You can see what happens each time we've gotten them in just the last couple of years, illustrated by these giant white lines. Price went up massively after them. I think we're going to be looking at a scenario like this over the next couple of months, okay? And if that doesn't, let's say that happens. Are you prepared for this to happen, okay? Are you positioned? Let's say the next 3, 4, 5 months looks something like this, okay? Bitcoin's at 150 plus K. Let's say a lot of alts are also doing really well. Are you positioned to benefit from that? Like if you've been in crypto for a couple of years, I hope that you're going to be able to benefit from the actual bull run, because we haven't had what I would consider the full bull run yet at all, especially for altcoins. But I think we will. Specifically, as I've been pointing out with the banana indicators down here, with the M2 or the money supply being down here in Bitcoin, Bitcoin's going to be putting in a new all-time high very, very soon if it continues to follow the M2 money supply, which I don't see any reason why it will not. The S&P 500, for example, on its testing right on its weekly, very, very key 50-week moving average. If we're able to actually recover from that, then the stock market could go on a massive rally as well. And Bitcoin would also be bolstered by that. Bitcoin and the stock market, risk on assets specifically, tend to follow each other. Bitcoin just over the last few weeks, however, has just been performing a little bit better than stocks. And as well, right now, as of today, the US dollar is back above 100 for the first time in a while, in about a month. But MicroStrategy's up right now. Tesla's not looking great. But specifically, yeah, I mean, the weekly chart for Bitcoin, the daily chart, all of it, this looks very healthy. And exactly what we've been predicting. Exactly what we, as I've been saying, that's the crazy thing about the internet. I have YouTube videos and I share my long-term thoughts in the videos. Go back and watch them. I don't have to. You guys already know. I don't know why I'm saying this actually, but I think that we're going to be going a lot higher. Now, really, I think what you should be asking yourself right now is that if in the next, let's say 5 months from now, Bitcoin's above 200,000. Let's say things get even crazier than that, and they do something. I don't want to jump to that conclusion. Let's say we do hit 3, 4, 500,000 per Bitcoin sometime this year. Or let's say we don't. Let's say maybe 200 even, right? Maybe that's the cycle top. But let's say altcoins also recover a lot of their all-time highs or go back to all-time highs and beyond. Are you prepared to benefit from that? And are you expecting that? Because I don't think a lot of people are. The excitement is still not really here. I can gauge that from my own metrics and other people's metrics. We all can. We can all see them. They're all public. There's not a lot of euphoria. But look at what's happened in just the last couple of months. So we go back to January, the beginning of this year, just 4 months ago. We hit an all-time high, which is our current all-time high at about almost 110,000. We spent months dumping, right? Low, lower low, lower low. But you can see what's happened since. And you can see, this is a daily chart. But if we actually do look at a weekly chart, you can see as we were doing that, putting in these lows, we did have to reset. And look at the RSI, it reset. Look at the MACD, it went up, reset, got very bearish, right? Or price went down. Now, I mean, but it's so obvious where we're trending next. So this is an amazing opportunity. It's truly, you know, again, it's not guaranteed. You can't predict it 100%, but it's very clear. A lot of things are showing us right now that this is like a really, a very potentially lucrative money-making opportunity that you literally wait years for. If you're invested in the crypto markets, this is what you wait for, these type of opportunities, and they haven't fully played out yet, but this is when you want to be positioning yourself, or at least, I mean, over at the lows is really where you want to be positioning yourself. The lows so far of this last move being around the $70,000 range. I think that this market's looking very good, and I think that I hope people have their positions ready. I think a lot of money is going to be made from people holding. I think a lot of money is going to be made from people trading. Keep in mind, people will most often post their trades and their P&Ls of millions and millions of dollars on altcoins or Bitcoin or whatever during what we're about to see, which is these kind of runs where it just goes up and up only. It's so easy to long something when the whole market goes up for a month or two straight, because you literally just long it, get a good entry, ideally at like lows, which for us would be, for Bitcoin, it'd be around like the $70,000 range, or even 80 looks really good now, right? Like if you would have gotten an entry at 80 or 90 even, that's pretty good. But so many people are going to be longing and trading this market. And it is like the brain dead play because you can make so much money doing it. That's not the issue with crypto. The issue with crypto is not that you can't make money. The issue with crypto is that once people make the money, they just give it back. They just don't know when to stop trading, right? So right now, for example, if all of these technical signals on a very long-term chart are showing us, it's very likely we're going to do something like this over the next few months. And let's say that happens, which very often it is that simple in bull markets, and it literally does that. That doesn't mean you're guaranteed to walk away with millions of dollars, even if you make millions of dollars. Likely what's going to happen is that we do this, we go up a lot, and then you're in massive profits, and you think, you know what, I'm not going to take profits because I think it's going to keep doing this. But then it doesn't. And let's say it pulls back and has a retest. And then you're like, okay, I'm going to start shorting it now. But instead of going down from here, it just goes up. And then you lose that trade, and you lose that trade. Basically, my point of saying that is that the easiest trade, the most profitable trades are usually ones that are the simplest. You stick to a simple plan. You look at a trade setup that is very high percent chance of happening, which I think this is one of those scenarios. And then you are disciplined and you take profit when it's right for you, instead of just never wanting to take profit. Because believe me, everybody that's been in crypto has done that. Everybody that's been in crypto has lost and given back all their gains. It's part of the game. But yeah, I mean, if you're watching, I hope that you do well. And I hope that if you make a lot of money, I hope that you take profit and you don't ride it all the way back down, right? And you can change your life and make it better, hopefully. But get signed up with Femex below if you want Bitcoin, altcoins, or trade. No KYC or VPN required if you sign up using my link.